gosh, another video. Did you guys miss me? I missed you. Well, not really because I don't know you and we don't want to have that parasocial relationship. But oh my gosh, I miss you. Welcome back. Oh my gosh. I wonder what type of video this is. Is this another draw with me? Yes, if you can read the title. Woo! Another one. This is Piper. A lot of people really like her for some reason. My theory is that the dog girls or people who identify as dog girls really enjoy her because she's a dog girl. That is my game theory. That is my big brain game theory. But also, I think she's cute. I like Piper because, like, you know those people who are really sweet, and if you ever seen someone be mean to them, you want to protect them because, oh my gosh, I'm showing my age right here, but like, they are quote-unquote a cinnamon roll because that is Piper. She is so nice. She is so kind. She would never bully you. I don't think she can. I don't think she has the ability to bully you type thing. She is so nice. She is so live, laugh, love. Guys, let's not fight. We should live that love, hold hands type energy. I'm not going to talk about Piper too much. At least not right now because Piper fans, don't hate me. She is quite simple. That sounds super mean, but like, there are some characters that are just really simple and they're not really complex, but like, you still love them. That's Piper for me. She's very simple, you know, she is very, like, her character archetype is very, like, you know, the happy go girl, very nice type thing. So, I'm not going to talk about her too much, at least not right now. We're going to dig into that later. Why did I bark? I barked because I thought it would be funny, but now, like, it's weird. So, my omegas and betas, I will explain what are my methods. I'm not going to explain them too deeply because I might make that into a video for content. But my drawing methods are, they're not peculiar because, like, if you understand what I'm doing, you kind of get what I'm doing type thing. Let me just try to explain what I'm doing. So, I can usually do like the box construction, but sometimes if I'm really, it kind of depends on the pose or what I'm doing. I just use a silhouette method. The silhouette method is where you kind of make silhouettes based off like shapes, as you can see in the beginning what I'm doing right now. I do that because it makes like a really good pose. I like it sometimes, and it helps me with anatomy because you can color core them to like anatomy stuff. I don't do that right now because female bodies are kind of easy for me, but I usually do it for buffer guys because they have a lot more muscle and you need to like know the muscles. And I also don't draw the silhouettes. Let me explain. I have this thing where it selects and like autofills for me, so I am actually using the lasso tool and it automatically fills out for me. I prefer that because it's a lot more easier and faster. That's what I use for cell shading now. It's just a lot more quicker, and I don't want to say my art methods are supposed to be like for posting content faster because if you know me, I'm extremely lazy or like I get distracted a lot. It helps me with my art process actually, if you believe it or not. The way how I draw is I just want my art process to be quicker because I don't like spending too many days on a drawing because I will feel unmotivated and I don't want to. If I spend too many days on a drawing, I am not gonna finish that fucking drawing. I am not. I'm gonna move on to another drawing and I'm gonna draw my OCs making out sloppy style. And I know I can't be doing that 24/7. So the way how I design my art process method is just like, it's supposed to be like quick and easy. I would say usually, at least it depends on how busy I am time-wise, you know, if the moon rises and the sun rises type bullshit. I would say like it takes me like a day or up to 3 days. The thing is, I'm just really busy right now, or I'm really lazy, or I have art block. Yeah, so that's like a bit of a easy explanation of my art methods so far. Another thing is like, I actually don't use too many layers. You know how people are like, don't merge your layers, don't merge all your line art layers, what if you need to fix them? Guess who does that? Guess who does that? Me. I merge all my line art layers. So that is true. I I merged them during the process, so that's why I would probably never share my art process, because you're gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing, Ren? And I'll be like, I'm cooking, give me a minute. But yeah, so the reason why I kind of merge on my layers is because like I don't really do line weight, or when I do, I just use the same pen brush size and just make it darker, because I notice most artists don't really use line weight. Well, they do, but like they just usually use the same brush and just like keep making like just like go over it to make it look darker, if that makes sense. And I personally prefer like less line weight on my art, because it looks like more anime in my opinion. And if you notice, like in animations, like in animations they don't use like a lot of line art typically, because you know animation is hard and all that stuff, and it's just a lot more quicker. I do use a trick where I copy the line art layer and I raise or lower the opacity to make it look darker. I feel like most people don't know this trick. It's a really good trick to make your lines a little bit darker and like have more line weight, because let's say I just want to make the outside parts of the line art, let's say like the hair, I want to make the hair darker, or I want it more on the face. I can just like copy the line art layer, airbrush the stuff where I don't want line art, and then lower the opacity. I will make a video about that later to show you what I mean, because I feel like explaining it is kind of unusual and difficult at that point. But yeah, I just have like minimal line weight and they're usually the same. It's just more quicker and easier, and it makes my art process a lot more faster too. Lastly, another thing is I stole this trick from another artist actually. I thought it was super cool and I was like, wait, that's so smart, because I feel like digital art should be easy. Let me explain. I feel like most art tutorials make art more difficult, because I saw this one where they're trying to do underpainting and they're like, if you want to fix the colors, you gotta underpaint because that is the norm. And all they did is just use a purple tint, because in the original video they use a dark gray like for the skin, and I got so mad, because you could, if it's on a separate layer or if it's not, you can just click on it, control and like, you know, control H, at least on Clip Studio you can hue shift, and or like you can just cover. It was such a bad art tutorial, because when you're an artist you start knowing how bad these art tutorials and tips are. I mean, there are some good ones, there are some excellent art tutorials and like anatomy tip videos, but that one was like awful, because like they were just like talking about how you need to use your hue better, and they were like, you got underpaint, when all they did was like just use the original shade color was like a dark gray, and they're like, you got underpaint, and then they use like a purple thing. You know, you don't have to underpaint. Don't make it harder for yourself. Stop that. Stop making it harder for yourself. You gotta just control H, hue shift to purple. Even then you don't have to use purple, and even then, depending on the art context, a dark gray on the skin is fine. I think it's fine depending on what you want to do and how you want to express yourself. I don't like using purple on my skin, like like the light purple multiplier thing on my skin, because it's not my thing. I don't like how it looks depending. It's just, I like warmer colors. If it isn't obvious, my art is very warm, so I prefer like orangey, you know. But like I do have, you know, it's so frustrating, because like I feel like it's okay to use art methods that are easier, and we're on digital. We have digital tools. No, I'm not talking about AR. Like, you can just hue shift. That is a like option. Or you can use like 3D models. Don't be ashamed. We have these resources, so we can like use them. It's so butt cheeks, man. It's like people are. Anyways, I had to rant about that. I think it's really funny how I went into like another rant about art stuff, because I feel like people are like not gatekeeping, it's just like not good information about art stuff, because like we have like a lot of good resources, but they just make it harder for some reason. Like, you don't have to underpaint. Underpainting is another method that you can use if you want to do that. If you want to use underpainting, you can, no shame. I don't underpaint because I'm not good at it. I need to like hue shift, or like I prefer doing light than shading. It makes sense in my head. But if you're gonna use, it's just like, if you're gonna like talk about like actual art stuff, maybe don't use like a really bad example when other artists can see it's such a bad example, because you use like a gray, dark gray coloring, and you're like, here's a tip to make your colors better: underpaint. No, color wheel. What are you doing? Yeah. Sorry, I went passionate on that. I didn't even get to tell you my secret. My secret that I learned from my friend is called lasso tool. So when I do line art, sometimes my line art can be very messy, and like, hot take, I like my line art messy a little bit. I like it when artists' lines and stuff are like messy, because I like to see the little details, because I'm a psychopath and I think it's really cool. But I don't want to make my line art too messy, so I use a lasso tool to clean up. So I just like, boom, lasso tool, and just delete it. It's really quick and easy, and you can be really precise with it. I don't like using an eraser. I feel like it takes a little bit longer, and I just love the lasso tool. My best friend, my smooky pooks, my pookies, is my lasso tool. We're gonna make out, me and my lasso tool. I love lasso tool so much. I feel like most people should start using it in their like art process a bit more, because it's such a good method and it's really good for cell shading. I will probably, if you guys really want a method, or like, not a method, if you guys want a video about how much I love lasso tool and what you can do with it, let me know, because like, it's such an unrated, no one uses it like a lot, and it makes your art so much, it's really like a really good versatile tool, and I love lasso tool. Oh my gosh, I love it. But yeah, that is like my secret art process. Well, it's not really a secret if I'm already telling you this, but like, yeah. Anyways, I should probably go and talk about Piper, because you probably are like 12 minutes in and you're just like, man, this person is kind of psycho, and I think they should talk about their OCs instead, and ranting about like art stuff. And I'm like, you're so right, buddy. Let me tell you about Piper time. Yay! Finally, you're here. The best part. So, a lot of people thought Piper was a fox. That is like a common, not issue. It's not really issue, like mistake, I guess. No, I just fucking suck. That sounds so mean, but like, I just suck. She's supposed to be based off like sled dogs and like huskies, so she is like a husky. I don't know my dogs. I googled husky and I was like, oh my god, this brown husky is so cute. I think it was brown. I'm not really sure, but like, I saw this and I was like, this is so cute. I'm gonna use that as a reference for Piper, and I did. So she's actually a dog. I did mention that earlier, but like, a lot of people, it's because her ear muffs are like covering her actual ears, you know, and I just suck, basically. So Piper is actually a nurse, like a registered nurse, like in the healthcare type thing. Well, she was. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, she knows CPR. She has seen the horrors of the hospital. She has been through it. Nothing scares her anymore. She is a hospital survivor, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, Piper was a nurse. She kind of got sick of that job, because if you don't know, being a nurse is hard, chat. I'm not a nurse, but I know it's a hard job, because people are dying. People are fucking nuts. It's like a really intense job, and like, you get like a lot of hours, if I remember correctly. At least that's what my nurse friend said. It's just, I respect to all my nurses, but like, sometimes you need a career shift, and that's what Piper did. Piper befriended like this patient that kind of like, it was a patient who wanted to be an idol, but like, she sadly passed away, and Piper's like, if I have one more death, I'm gonna go fucking nuts. I'm gonna be really sad. I think I need to do a career change, and I also wanted to be an idol when I was younger. And in my head, if it isn't obvious, she can drive because she's a racer. I like to think every time she drives home, she plays like idol music, very like preppy idol music, to keep her to keep her sane, chat, because like being a nurse sucks, chat. I think she originally wanted to be like a nurse to help people because like I think Piper's like main ambition or goal is to help people. But I think when you grow older, you realize that career is not for you, and Piper realized that. And she realized you can help people in other ways because I think she connected like music can help people. And she's like, I want to be a musician. It's gonna be a hard job. It's hard. It's gonna be hard being an idol, but I want to do it because I want to make people happy. Thumbs up. And low-key, I respect her for that. I respect her because like that's a big career shift. I mean, I think she still knows like nursing stuff. Like she knows CPR and she knows how like she can probably like tell you nursing stuff or medical stuff basically. But yeah. So Piper is actually based off the Kaigai culture, the Kaigai idol culture actually. For people who don't know what that means, it means like foreign art. Well, not foreign art. It's like overseas idols basically. That's the best way I can describe Kaigai. I mean, it can mean like overseas, abroad. Like it has like the basic. It's like the same meaning technically, but like just want to clarify that. But yeah, if you want some Kaigai idols, Paida is a good one. She does like spacey, kind of Y2K music. I love her. She's so cute. I have some of her posters and I have her stand. I'm a big fan of her. Actually, she's the reason why I kind of did like the space thing. Like for Really Me Free, one of her songs really inspired me. So yeah, I really like her music. So you should check her out if you can. Thumbs up, thumbs up. But yeah, Piper is based off the Kaigai idol culture. I just love Japanese idols. No, I just like idol culture. I think they're so cute, and I like some of their music. I prefer like smaller Japanese idol groups. On my alt Twitter account, you can see me like retweeting some stuff, and like sometimes they graduate. Is graduation it would be the proper term technically. Yeah, they would be graduating, and I just like idol culture. Well, I would never be an idol. not me. But like, I think it's just a very interesting like career choice, and I'm like, they make banger music. But yeah, Piper is based off that, and I wanted to do like something based on one of my favorite interests, Kaigai idol culture. I just love them. So Piper is based off that. If she was like an actual idol, she's not like an actual idol yet, There's like a lot of musicians in Lumi Pre for some reason. This is an accident, but like we have like an actual idol, and some of you know her. Her name's Mia, and I want Piper and Mia to like maybe Mia takes Piper as like not apprentice, but you know what I'm trying to say, like takes her and shows her the idol way. But Mia's also conflicted because she's been in the idol industry and she doesn't really want Piper to go through that. So that's like an interesting dynamic between them. I hope one day I can design like a cute idol outfit for Piper because I think she would actually be nursing theme. That's so funny. She quits her nursing job and becomes like a nursing theme idol. But I feel like it makes sense in my head. I should talk about her teammates a bit more. Most of her teammates are not designed. They are a winter theme team. They're very loosely based off of winter stuff. There's one. He's gonna appear in the next video actually. I'm gonna work on that soon. He's gonna appear in the next video. His name's Yusuke. And there is another one, a juvenile like boy named Luca. His name's Luca. And they're on the same team. I'm working on how they all meet, but I feel like with this team, they're more of like a family, kind of. Like Yusuke and Piper are really good friends. I feel like a lot of people didn't realize they're actually really good friends. I haven't like shown their dynamic. Not Piper. Yusuke loves Piper, but not in a romantic way. He adores Piper. Like that is his friend. That is his best friend. I would consider Piper and Yusuke platonic soulmates in my opinion, because they do care for each other, but in my humble opinion, I don't think they would be a good couple. Like, they're not toxic to each other. I just don't think they would work out, and I think sometimes people work better as friends, and I think they work better as friends. But Yusuke and Piper do deeply care about each other. Like, if someone's mean to Piper, Yusuke would probably be like defending her and probably tell Piper, you need to be a little bit more meaner. They're being mean to you. And Piper's like, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. I want to live out love with my friends. I think the world needs more kindness, so I can't be mean. And Yusuke's like, this girl, oh my god. But yeah, they have like a good friendship dynamic. They really care for each other. But yeah, hopefully I'll talk about them in like another video, like a team video, because right now they're still working in progress, because like they're very loosely winter theme in my opinion. And Luca is very interesting because there are two teenagers in Lumipre. Funny enough, they have the same birthday. They both start with L's. It's Lyra and Luca. They're not siblings. They're not siblings. If you know what they look like, they're not siblings. They're just they're just entirely two different people. Lyra's a girl, Luca's a boy. Lyra's rich, Luca's not. Well, we'll get to that another point. But like, Lyra's pretty good at school, Luca is not. They're drastically different. I would say Lyra and Luca are like 17-ish. There is a reason why they're like the youngest. They're like 17 turning to 18. I did that for a reason, but I'm probably gonna think about that a little more before I commit. But they're minors basically. They're working in the mines, but no, they're actually like, they're like 17, 16, like that. So they're pretty young. So I'm still working how Luca I have a basic idea, but I need to like think about it more. Sometimes you have like good ideas, but you don't know if you want to commit to it, because you're like, that's a good idea, but like, do I want to commit to it? Because what if I have a better idea? Type bullshit. So that's why I'm like, I gotta think about that a little bit more. But yeah, that's basically Piper. She was a nurse, turned idol. Well, I wouldn't say she's an idol right now. She's trying to be idol. There's like a lot of Kai Guy idol culture videos that like talk about how they're kind of struggling in them. So I think right now Piper is just like slowly. She's not like a big idol, She's like kind of. I guess is NK the proper term? She's a small artist, so she's like slowly getting there, and that's why she kind of joined Lumipre, because to promote her work type thing. But yeah, she's basically nurse turned idol type. And she wants to make people smile. She just wants to make people happy, because sometimes happiness is the best medicine. That's basically all I have for today. We did it! You listened to me ramble! And you got to see, like, the speed paint. We did it, chat! But yeah, goodbye. Have a very nice day!